I am probably one of the laziest motherfuckers out there that I know of. But it probably doesn't seem so from the outside, externally, especially for the past few weeks, because I've been really locking in. But I've always, had problems with actually locking and being disciplined, or to say, and just being consistent with work and chasing my goals, ambitions, and even going to the gym. Like, I've always had a gaming addiction. I've always know that video games are not good for me. It's a waste of my time and energy all day. Like, I would fall into, if I play video games, if either there is no balance and moderation, by the way. It's either 12 hours a day on gaming, or I have to just lock myself and there is no gaming. There was a period last year where I tried to moderate gaming and say, okay, only gaming after 9 p.m. and you have to stream it to create content, and so it's worth it. But no, it just doesn't fucking work. The second day, I wake up and 10 a.m. I just start on League. I'm like, it just itches me, just one game. And then the whole day's fucked. And also, I've always had problems with waking up. And recently it's been a little bit better. But genuinely, ever since after high school, where, you don't have to be forced to wake up to go to school, I've had this problem with waking up. And, probably 2-3 weeks ago, I was waking up at, it was bad. Like, I was going to sleep at 2 and waking up at 11 a.m., 12, and just wake up to have lunch straight away. It was fucked. And I kind of still, this morning I made excuse to myself that it's so the goal is to wake up at 7 every day and go for a walk. But this morning is raining and I made myself the excuse, just 15 more minutes after the first alarm went off, and then another 15 minutes, and then just fuck you alarm, turn that shit off, let me sleep. Wakes up, oh shit, it's 10:30. Fuck! So I'm not disciplined at all. I'm not like those people that I see online that just fucking boom, boom, consistent, go to sleep, 11, or no matter what time they go to sleep, they can wake up at 7. I can't do that. If I go to sleep after 12, I'm like, I always make excuse for myself in the morning. I want to sleep, I need to get my sleep. Sleep's super important for longevity and your mind. I just couldn't do that. I just couldn't wait. I always find an excuse to wake up at 7. And so, now I found a better way, which is really to decide the night before. I used to always doom scroll in bed before sleeping at least 1 hour, 2 hours. And that then becomes the excuse I make for myself the second morning to sleep longer. And then it's fucking just, 12 noon. But anyways, having, fighting these addictions and for years, and I've always known myself being quite fucking lazy. From a very young age, I try to cheat on things. One good thing of being lazy is trying to do things at maximum efficiency, which I also will touch on later. But I really think I did found a hack for just locking in, now that I've really locked in for 3 weeks. And it took me about like a couple of cycles of falling back into a rut of gaming addiction, and then locking back in, and then falling back in again, to really learn the difference and the key factors for me to actually lock in. And it comes with a story. It actually, like, both times when I actually focused back to work, it was like a split kind of night. Like, the first day I would be gaming until that night, okay, something clicked. Second morning, and for that like week or so, whatever long the period is, I'm locked in. And it was basically, so I was doing content and suddenly something hit. I try to stay consistent as possible, but at a point, before I started the algorithm game series, at a point I was like, no, this isn't working. Been doing this for like half a year now. It's just going nowhere. It's too generic. Everyone's doing this shit. I'm not unique, differentiated. So I have to try something new. And I did try that thing and it worked. Boom, straight away. I'm no longer playing games. Like that video got 11, currently it stands, got 11 mil views. And like the videos after that it's just like pretty high average views consistently compared to what I was doing before, which like the views were averaging 20, 30K. And the follower count was 40K, I think. From one video pretty much, by the way. And I was like, fuck, okay, we finally found something that's working. Nice. The views are going up, the follower counts are going up. Let's lock the fuck in on this shit. Couple weeks in, the same thing doesn't really work anymore. Okay, try out different ideas. They don't really even work anymore. Just nothing was really working. Oh, I'm feeling kind of bored today. I ran out of ideas. Fuck, my mind's so tired. Like, been trying to do this shit for so long. How about we just play like, reinstall Riot Games and download League of Legends and play a few games just to, refresh the mind. Boom! 2 weeks gone. I remember very vividly, 2 weeks of League gone. And then I got bored of League. And kind of at that same time, I was still trying to do content, but it was very weird. Like I was trying to do some complicated ass shit with story and lore and world building. It just wasn't working. But 2 weeks gone, and then boom, another whole week spent playing Rust. And then got bored of Rust. Boom, back to League for 1 week. And I was like, fuck, I'm tired of this shit. Like entire month just done. You can probably see on my content as well. Like I stopped uploading or like I was uploading random ass shitty content because I was trying out shit, and then I just stopped uploading. And that was the time I was gaming. Yeah, you can find the evidence if you just backtrack a little bit. But I was like, oh fuck, nah, we can't do this to ourselves. Our life can't just end here. And so, I spent like a night kind of, I don't specifically remember how I got this idea. It was probably in uni. But I got this idea, and then the second day I had to go to uni. And I decided, okay, I'm going to fucking lock in the uni library. So I'm really locked in. And formalize the idea, which is something actually very simple. That's also another thing about content, which is probably for another video. You want to make your thing understandable and simple for the mass and people online, the audience, to actually understand and interested in. Like too much lore and story and world building just doesn't work. And I found that out. Not really the hard way, but anyways, so that went well. If you remember, if you've been a player, part of the Instagram channel, Algorithm Games community, you probably know the Yes round, which is the first kind of series of a weekly round challenge, like a collective challenge where all the players come together, everyone who's seen the video join together and try to complete this challenge or complete this game round with a rule to it, excuse me. And that first video is basically just comment yes, and there was a lot of like meaning attached to it, but the entire round of 5 videos got 6, 7 million views. Boom, lock the fuck back in for that entire 2-3 weeks. But okay, we found this shit again. We found, okay, this is the shit we're gonna do. We know exactly what works now. All right, just gotta keep, coming up with interesting ideas. Nah, didn't really work, Did 2-3 rounds after the yes round for level 1. Went all right, averaging about 60K views. Okay. Level 2, things kind of fell apart. It's still higher average views, about 30, 40K now. But, once you hit those highs of like million view videos, that sudden massive surge of followers, you kind of see even decent views as nothing, as, you know, a shame on your former glory. Fuck that. Yeah, been playing League last time, you know, haven't played Valorant for a long time. How about let's get back on Valorant? Boom, a week on Valorant. Boom, got bored of Valorant, went back to League of Legends. And the funny thing this time is not that something really worked. This time, the thing that got me quit League is just super fucking tilt, which is a good thing, you know. I was so tilted and I got my account banned for running it down, going 0 and 18 for about 2-3 games, and my account got banned. I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck this shit. Gotta get our lives together, not our games shit, not our League account together. So yeah, that's kind of, yeah, why we locked in for the second time now. And each time I realized something different, which I should have fucking said it with the storytelling. But the first time is that it's not about motivation or discipline. It's about a system, a feedback system that you can latch onto. Why is games so addictive? Well, because you have a clear goal. You have a clear path of how to achieve that goal to win the game. You have, you know, a lot of other shit, but essentially the simple loop is goal, achieve, whether you accomplish that goal or not. So a feedback loop on how you can improve. A simple feedback loop, which in parallel, I got from doing the work, doing the content part, you know, make this video, have this idea, make the video, put it out there for people to judge whether people actually like this idea, they fuck with it or not, and then receive the feedback. And when, you know, the feedback is positive, you actually win, the dopamine is crazy surging. You know, I was like fucking so excited, super happy. Literally just a surge of happiness seeing this video blowing up and people commenting and follow counts going up, just literally a surge of happiness. And it's not even a happiness for this video, it's a happiness that for the future of anticipation that this good period will last. That's like, I found something that will work. That is kind of the core of what I was feeling happy for. But that doesn't actually last. That's the thing. Anything you put out there in real life, when you do work, when you try to achieve your goals, in reality, I realized is that those things you can never say with 100% certainty that it will actually do well. Any piece of content you put out there, sure, of course, quality and actual idea of it increases the chance, but at the end, it's still risk-taking. It's a lottery ticket. It's just how much percentage of success there is to that lottery ticket. You know, not just with content, but any business that you're running, anything that, most thing that you do with reality, because the world is so complex, you can never say with 100% certainty of any result that comes out of it. So you cannot attach your dopamine loop to the result. And that's the thing I learned second time. Now, even though recently, you know, my videos are pretty average still, I've lasted 3 weeks now without any videos going above even 200-300K views. They're all pretty average, around, you know, 50K views. But I've lasted 3 weeks because I found that, yeah, you can't attach your dopamine loop to external events, but you have to attach it to internal events, which are, excuse me more. Sorry, just a burp. Ooh, too much dinner. The internal things are just what you can control. For example, for me right now, it's just something that I wrote down. I mean, this seems obvious, but it didn't seem obvious until now, for me at least. I have to post 3 pieces of short form reel. Go to gym 5 to 6 times a week. Do a long form, only recently, like a couple of days ago, do a long form 1 or 2 a day, 1 in the morning or 1 at the night, depends, but at least 1 a day. Or sleep if still I'm trying to do it. But I've basically gotten used to not having phone or doom scroll in bed. Instead, just be in bed at 11, read, and then go to sleep. So sleep is, I'm fixing it. But that makes me a lot more consistent with the work I do without the so-called discipline or willpower. It's all about designing your system of dopamine and feedback loop. Because right now, it's funny, sometimes you can literally observe your mind and read your mind, understand, see things happening in real time. But right now, literally, after I started consciously to attach happiness and dopamine to the things I can control, let's say upload a video. Now, when I upload a video, after all that pipeline progress of like idea, generating, scripting, editing video, putting on my phone to upload, the moment I click that upload and it goes online, I was like, fuck you. Oh, yeah. Done. It's done. This is done. This is another lottery ticket that I just bought. That's what I feel. And I think that is a lot more sustainable than just having no idea what the fuck is. I mean, probably I'm just retarded, and a lot of people out there that are high achievers just naturally notice whether they can say it in words or not. But, I think after 4 years of gaming addiction and all these down and ups and cycles and learning about myself and my own systems and motivation and discipline, knowing that those shit are not real. They're basically not real. That people always debate about or motivation or discipline. Recent culture is like you need discipline, not motivation. There's really no fucking difference between them two. There's the third option, which is creating a system that you can repeat consistently with your life to progress your life with the goals you want to achieve. That's a mouthful. Also, within system is your own environment, which is another whole ass shit to yap about. But, yeah. Anything else to say? I don't think so. Hopefully that helps. And hopefully I'll fucking last long this time and never. And hopefully this will be the last lesson, one of the lessons I'll have to learn. And this is like actually something that works. I mean, it works so far and it makes sense to attach your dopamine and feedback system to something that you can control, and I can control all of this. I feel good so far. I feel consistent. I don't have a temptation to download League. I don't have to resist it because I don't have that temptation. So it's good. It's fuck, I was gonna say some language shit of like very nice, but like in another language like French or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.